a new Division One women's volleyball poll has been released. The 1 through 11, in terms of the rankings, were the same. Pitt with 61 first place votes, Nebraska, Penn State, Louisville, Stanford, Creighton, Texas, Kansas, Wisconsin, Purdue, Oregon. Now 12 through 25, there were some shakeups. Kentucky, Arizona State, Minnesota, SMU, USC, TCU, Baylor, Florida, Georgia Tech, Florida State, Dayton, BYU, Washington, and Auburn. Now, receiving vote teams are Arkansas with 63 votes, Utah with 48 votes, Texas A&M with 45 votes, Marquette with 21 votes, Virginia with 10 votes, Tennessee with 7 votes, Miami, Florida with 5 votes, South Dakota State with 2 votes. Now, my top 10 for Division I women's volleyball goes as follows. It's the same as last poll, but I'm going to just go over it again in case you didn't watch. Pitt, Nebraska, Penn State, Louisville, Stanford, Creighton, Texas, Kansas, Purdue, and Wisconsin. Now, outside looking in, did change up. In no particular order. Oregon, Kentucky, and Minnesota, Arizona State, SMU, USC, and TCU. Yeah, I'm screwing Baylor out of it this week, unlike a week ago. So, now top 25 games from this poll to the next one are the following. Number 15 SMU and number 1 Pitt. Number 16 USC and number 11 Oregon. Number 18 Baylor and number 23 BYU. Number 10 Purdue and number 2 Nebraska. Number 4 Louisville and number 21 Florida State. Number 1 Pitt now has to go on the road at number 15 SMU. Number 17 TCU at number 23 BYU. Number 7 Texas at number 12 Kentucky, and number 24 Washington, and number 11 Oregon. Now, I did check on the RPI for Division I women's volleyball. It's been released, and the selection show is like December 1st. I get there's some time between now and then, but it's good to know some of this stuff right now. Like, because it does impact potentially hosting the first 2 rounds of the NCAA tournament, and obviously the Elite 8 game. Even if you do lose in the Sweet 16 game, you still get the host because they're going to play 2 games within 1 weekend. So, just let y'all know about that. The top 16 in RPI would be as follows, and this is games up to October 6th. Nebraska, Louisville, Pitt, Penn State, Stanford, Creighton, Texas, Wisconsin, TCU, Kansas, SMU, USC, Oregon, Auburn, Baylor, and Purdue. Obviously, it's not the end-all, be-all, but it does impact it potentially if you're first 2 rounds in the NCAA tournament. And in all this, now I'm going to just go over like 40 through 60 or 70 or so just to give some context on bubble teams. Potentially, those would be Florida, BYU, Hawaii, Missouri, UTEP, Long Beach State, Towson, Tennessee, Wright State, Loyola Marymount in California, University of Northern Iowa. That's what UNI stands for, I believe, but I'm going to double check that. Yeah, it does. So, Clemson, Oklahoma, Florida Gulf Coast University, Yale, Cal Poly, Arizona, Colorado State, Pepperdine, Tulsa, and NC State, UC Davis, UConn, Colorado, Bowling Green, Iowa State, UCLA, San Jose State, Ohio State, Northern Colorado, and College of Charleston. Granted, some of these conferences are like 1-bid leagues, and if you win your conference or conference tournament, that is if you have one. You're automatically in the conference tournament. You're automatically in the NCAA tournament. And if you have a conference tournament, you automatically win the NCAA tournament. And it does impact if you go so far. If you do have one, you might just get in, but as an at-large, probably not. And the key thing is to win as many games as possible for both the teams that could potentially host a Sweet 16, or even like you're on the bubble and you got to win more games. And obviously it's still early on, and the RPI is going to change some. because of the schedule. Is conference schedule now for most of these teams here, if not all. So you got to avoid the bad losses as well. I mean, it does impact. It gives some impact, but it's no matter how much. So that's all I gotta say about that, and I'll go over it again like a week from now, and up till like the last week of the regular season here. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. On the road to 7 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So, I make money off this course. Like a video, comment video. Really helps YouTube algorithm. So more people see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button. It's free to hit the notification bell as well.